Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with Modesty. I hope you guys are doing well. Well, today I want to tell you about 7 products that I just love, and it would be very difficult to replace if they stop making it. So if you're interested in knowing what those 7 products are, please do stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers. I hope you guys are having a good beginning of the week. It's been pretty rainy and stormy over here finally, and I am loving it. And I have 2 big windows that I look through, and I kind of start daydreaming, and that's not good because I'm working. But yeah, at least we have some rain now, and we do need it here in this area. So anyway, a couple of you have mentioned the combination that I was wearing, that you guys like this color combination. This is so funny because this is like my go-to "it's cold in here" sweatshirt, and this is my sport hijab, and I wear this actually when I'm, walking or biking or doing some activity, and I also call it my lazy hijab because I just put it on. It's one piece and it's really easy to do, and it's the most comfy thing that I actually own to put on my head. So I'm glad you guys like it, but sorry I'm being so lazy, and these videos are being recorded later and later every day. So yeah, thank you for the understanding. But I am working on doing a couple of makeup videos, and also I have the retro palette challenge with Angie coming up on Thursday. So that will be kind of exciting because the palette that I chose this time is way out of my comfort zone. And also the fact that I should have probably done it for Halloween. So anyway, yeah. So before we get going with the 7 products that I just can't live without, and I completely pray and hope that they never do without, or they never get rid of it, because I do love them, and they're not like eyeshadow palettes or anything like that. They're my staples, my go-to, my basic, my foundation that I need to do my looks. So anyway, before we do that, let's go ahead and look for a affirmation or a quote. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, how about positive thinking for today? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and push positive thinking, and here we go. Okay, that color scheme is kind of weird, but it's like a sunny type of thing. There it is. And what it says is, big life changes don't happen overnight. Give yourself time. Put in the effort. You'll be surprised with what can happen in a year. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and mark that with the heart, so that way it'll save it in my little profile. But I do like that. Big life changes don't happen overnight. So true. Give yourself time. Put in the effort. You'll be surprised with what can happen in a year. So that's really important, right? Because we all go through big life changes, and change of a job, maybe unfortunately going through a divorce, or you become a parent, or whatever the case may be, or you become an empty nester. Who knows? But the thing is, it doesn't happen overnight. These things happen, kind of slowly, and it builds up to it. But you really have to be paying attention sometimes, because sometimes something happens, you're like, bam, it came out of nowhere, but did it really? So, but that's okay, because you want to give yourself time no matter what. Any big change that you have, change in career, change your moving, any of those, you have to really relax and say, okay, this change happened, and so now what do I do? And the good thing is that you look forward into what possibilities it opens up. Even in negative things like a divorce or something like that, positive things are ahead for you, because that means you're probably coming out of a bad marriage that you probably didn't enjoy either. And even though you think it came out of left field, and I can speak to that from, experience. I mean, it's just, in a moment, you're devastated, so devastated. But when you give yourself that time and kind of grow out of it, you see potential. You see all of the things that you weren't able to do in that situation when you were in a relationship, let's say, and what you can do now. And so, yeah, if freedom may be something you don't want, but what can it bring to you? So really take your time and give yourself time, and you'll be surprised in a year where you'll be. And just think back to the big changes you've had in your life in the past, and think about how it might have not affected you positively at the time, maybe caused anxiety because you're moving. And with me, I hate moving. And even as, you know, it was only several months ago, but I really didn't look forward to it. And so I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to stay here. I'm like, no, this is not good. I mean, all the things about it is bad. Let's just make the big change and see what happens. And of course, just 2 months later, I'm so happy that I did. And I'm seeing all the positives that came out of it. So imagine in a year, I mean, how much more positivity is going to come out of it, right? So yeah, just hang in there. And again, it says big life changes don't happen overnight. Give yourself time, put in the effort. You'll be surprised within a year what can happen in a year. So, yep, just take that to the bank. Okay, well, that was a good one. Anyway, so let's get going. I'm going to try to keep this one kind of short because it's a work week, and my videos tend to kind of like drag on and on and on. So I try not to. It's all my talking. Okay, here we go. I'm digressing again. Okay, the first product that I don't want to live without, and I really hope that they never stop making because I really, really love this product, is a eye primer by Mario. And you heard me saying this many times. And the reason why I love this so much is because of what it does and how it works. And these are the difference between the true primers, made to be primers, and let's say concealer, is in the consistency and what it does. And there's a lot of professional makeup artists that won't use primers. That won't use concealers as primers. God, I'm having problems here. And the reason why is because when it's a primer, it is made to really create a barrier between your eyelid and your makeup, okay? And this one here actually has a waxy consistency. It's kind of waxy, kind of putty-like if you touch it. And what it does is it actually gives you a clean slate. And what I like about it is that there's 2 different tones and 2 different shades. And this one here is my winter shade when I'm lighter. And this one is for the summer. And it actually matches the color of my eyelids. And also, there is a nice, very, very fine milled powder here to actually powder it, so that way it might be easier for you to go ahead and put the makeup on or the eyeshadow on. And why I like to use this is because I go directly with my eyeshadows from pan to eyelids, and if I don't have this powder, wherever I lay that brush down, that's where the pigment's gonna stick first, and then it's really hard for me to blend out. And I like this consistency of this, especially if I'm going to use pigments, because sometimes pigments will stain your skin, and especially something like Norvina's palette, right? She's got a lot of strong pigments in there, and what can happen is it can kind of dye your skin. And by creating a barrier with something like this, with a waxy consistency, and then powdering it up top, it actually helps to seal that away from your skin, and I like that. And also, I have tried using primers, but it just doesn't hold, or it creases. It really does. And since I have a, fine lines as well as a, hooded eyelids. Again, I'm lost here. Hooded eyelids. So I really need to make sure that whatever I'm using doesn't cause any kind of creases, and concealers tend to do that. So I definitely don't want to live without this, and I really love it. It's not that expensive, and I mean, this is the only product that I like by Mario, but it's excellent. And if you're wanting to try a good eyeshadow primer, give this one a try, and I really love it. And if any of you tried it, you like it, you don't like it, let me know below, because everybody has different tastes. Okay, so that's first product. And the second product, and you guys see me use this, I think 99.9% of the time in all of my videos, and that is my waterproof mascara by MAC. And this is something that I rarely ever use anything else, because I just love it. And the reason why is because not only does it stay on my eyelashes, and it doesn't cause that little black dots here, because I do use under eye cream, and other even waterproof ones tend to kind of create a little bit of a dot throughout the day. So this one doesn't do that. This is very strong. And also I have tried other very good mascaras from MAC that are waterproof. The formula is just as good and it does not leave any kind of residue or anything like that. But I don't like the brush. With this one here, look at the brush on this. This actually puts just the right amount of mascara on my eyelashes and also separates my eyelashes very nicely. And it doesn't clump like the other ones. I have a pretty good one as long as it's new. And that one is by Urban Decay. And it's the waterproof one, but the brush is like really thick and it clumps after a while. And this one here, since because the wand is so like, look at this. You're like, where's the bristles on it? It's there, guys. But yeah, it's just, I cannot find any. And believe me, I have tried so many mascaras, guys. So many. And I also look for something more drugstore affordable, like CoverGirl has a waterproof one. Doesn't work because, you know, by the end of the day, I have little, you know, like raccoon eyes starting because of my eye cream or my skincare. So yeah, this, I really don't want to live without it. And I just hope that they don't stop making it. This has been around for a long time. So hopefully this won't go away. Yeah. Okay, and the third item, and I don't talk about this too much, and you probably don't see me using it a whole lot, but when I am doing my everyday go to work look, and I'm putting on makeup for the day, I always use this. This used to be an every single day type of thing, and now that I'm remote and I don't use makeup a lot, as much as I used to, you don't see it. And that is my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner, and specifically in the color Whiskey. And let's see if I can show you that. Okay, Whiskey. And believe me, at one time they had a shortage on this, and I bought like 4 of them because I'm like, no, you can't. And I will use this down to the nub. And what do I love about it? It is the opacity of this color and in a brown, and also the fact that it works with my skin tone. Let me show you here. And this is a very nice brown. And it's really hard to find something this opaque with one strike. And let me show you. And then you can smudge it so easily. Look how well that smudges out. And then the thing is, you can work with this type of Urban Decay 24/7 for a while before it dries down. So it does dry down nicely, but it gives you time to work. Unlike some of the other ones I have, like I love Victoria Beckham eyeliner, especially in maroon and burgundy. But you have to work fast because it really dries down fast. Whereas this one, it will definitely dry down and it's relatively waterproof, but it gives you time to work with. And like I said, look at the brown. It's just so pretty. And I just love it. It has a red undertone to it, which gives it a nice chocolate look. And it's not like the gray undertone brown, so it's kind of chalky. And this is a very, very soft tip. And so you can work with it easily around your waterline as well as just your eye line. So this is something that I hope they never do stop, especially in the shade. All the other shades, not a big deal. I can replace them. But in this color Whiskey, yeah, it's really, really hard to get. And at one time, when they didn't have it, I went to the next color, which is the most similar, which is the same color, but it has glitter in it, but very fine glitter, and it's called Bourbon. So I had to use that. I had to buy 1 of those until I got hold of these again. After that, I bought like 4 of them and I stashed them. But yeah, I go through this a lot. So this is product number 3 that I don't want to live without. Okay, product number 4 is something that you do see me use, and I think just like my MAC, I love this product. And I mean, if it gets down to it, I could use an alternative Anastasia Beverly Hills product, but this is my Brow Wiz. Okay, and I really love the texture of this. I love how it goes on. I love the fact that it's double-sided. There's a spoolie, and I use this side as well as this beautiful fine tip pencil side. And what I like about this is that it has just enough waxiness where it will hold my eyebrows down without me having to use any kind of radical gels to really plaster it down. And but then again, my eyebrows are almost non-existent, And so I don't have a whole lot of fight with it, but I do like for it to stay still because there's some of them grow this way and like that. And so I need a waxy product that I can lay down without adding additional product. And I am currently using this in medium ash, and that's the color that goes best with gray hair. And but the thing is, I did find the sample taupe color one. I like that one too, and I was thinking about you know, changing into that, but then I used it a couple more times and I realized I'm having to work way too hard to get the shade that I need, and whereas I can just use this. And so yeah, I'm stuck with it. I love it, and I hope she never stops making it because she does make the thicker type, and that is really unruly, and I can't handle it because it's too thick. And because my eyebrows are not that, you know, are not that full. And if you have more eyebrows, it probably work for you, but this is just perfect for me. And if she does stop selling this, I will have to go strictly to the pomade because these two products I love, but this one I hope she does not stop selling. Okay, and then the next product on the list is relatively a new discovery for me. I say relatively new because it's about 6 months. I've been using it consistently, and I talked to you guys about it. I have it in 2 different shades now. I had the darker 300 medium tone, and this time I got the 200 for light for the winter. And this is a concealer by Terry. And this by Terry concealer has hyaluronic acid in it. And you know, people say, well, that's kind of expensive for a concealer. Well, you're getting concealer with skincare, and so you're getting double that, and it's not really that expensive. It's in a $30-something, and I guess if you're comparing it to like my Age Rewind that I have by Maybelline, it is quite expensive because what do I pay, about $10 for that one? But this one actually gives me moisture that I need under my eyes when I'm extra dry, and it seems like this time of year I'm going to be extra dry no matter what. And so this is a product that I've discovered about 6 months ago. I've already used a full tube of it in 6 months, and I never used concealer completely until I met by Terry. And so it comes like this with a little nice brush. You push on the bottom to make the product come out, and then what you do is you use the brush to apply to your under eyes like so. And what I usually do is, you can actually completely use the brush, but I like to use the sponge afterwards and dot it in, so that way there's no texture, because the brush I think leaves a little streaks like any other thing. You know, people with thick foundations, and they try to use a brush and it kind of leaves little streaks. So same thing with this, but I absolutely love this. This is my second tube, and it's in 200, which is light, but they call it natural. And so it's by Terry. And one thing that I can tell you about this product, especially if you're aging skin, is that it does not settle in your lines. And I found a lot of concealers that make that claim, but it just isn't true. The closest one I think comes to by Terry as far as not really settling the lines, but it still does, is the Age Rewind by Maybelline. And so that one does work, but it is also much drier than this product here. So by the end of the day, it does look a little patchy, the Maybelline, whereas this one here stays nice and smooth, and with hyaluronic acid, it does give the appearance of a very smooth, wrinkle-free under eye. So absolutely, I don't want them to stop making that, so I hope people start buying more of it. So they're like, okay, this is a staple now, because this is a pretty new product. So yeah, I love this. Okay, the next one, you guys are probably tired of hearing me, but you have no idea how strongly I feel about this, and how strongly I don't ever want her to stop making it. And it's Paula's Choice, my sunscreen. And this is the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid with SPF 50. I'm telling you guys, this is the only sunscreen that does not burn my eye. And I'm going to give you the sunscreen reviews, but every one of them, to an extent, burns my eye. Some, it's like, oh, gotta get it off. Others is, oh my gosh, that's burning, but I can live with it. But this one, nada. Nothing like that. And I love it because it's SPF 50. It's absorbed quickly, and this is made for combination oily skin, so it doesn't leave it greasy, so it settles. It's absorbed very quickly into the skin, and it's the best hydrating fluid I ever had. And this I use as a moisturizer and with SPF. So this is one thing that if this is one thing that if she stops making, I am definitely gonna write the company and say, no, 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 you guys can't do that. No, 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 no. So yeah, definitely. So if you have never tried her stuff and you're having problems with burning eyes or anything, try this because I have sensitive eyes and everything burns my eyes. And this, I put it right in here like this, and you guys see me do that, and very close to my eyes, it never burns. And so, yep, a good one. Oh, and does not leave a white cast, by the way. Okay, and the last product that you're probably not going to really be familiar with, but although I have used it probably on every one of my videos when I do use this product or this type of product. And but I've been using this a while, and I always reach for it. And the thing is, I probably have over 30 of similar products, and I want to use other ones, but dang, I keep reaching for this one, and I just can't stop reaching for it. And that is by Guerlain, and it's a bronzer, and this is in terracotta. Here it is, and I just adore this bronzer. And why? Because when I put on bronzer, I don't like so much pigment where with the first time I lay my brush down, you can see the brown. And I don't know if you notice some of the people's makeup when they put it on, you can see those little spots where they put the, where they put the bronzer. And this I don't get from this because you have to build it up. This one you really have to build up. You can get it to that pigment if you want, but you have to work for it. And what I love about this is that it's very smooth, and the color, the shade of this is just so gorgeous. And even when I do this, I mean, look how little the pigment is. And I like that because it's very silky. The pigment is there, and it's meant to be like that. Bronzing is meant to be done with a light hand, and not like you just, took a power sprayer and went I mean, because then it doesn't look that good. It's obvious that you're wearing a bronzer. The whole point is that you have it blended down enough where it looks like it's a natural tan, okay? And this product here does exactly that. And it surprised me because I was, it was kind of like a frivolous purchase because I had like I said, 30 plus bronzers. But I had an extra, like a reward from Sephora, and I had to use it because it was expiring that night. There was nothing else there that I wanted, and this thing just popped on, like, we recommend it for you. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll try it. And I never expected to love it, guys. I never did. And I said, the reason why, I'll be honest with you, the reason why I bought it, the aesthetics of it. And I mean, it doesn't show here, but there is a, it's like a turtle shell, and the pattern is underneath it. And I'm sorry you can't see that. Probably, I don't know if I shut this off, if you can see it. No, you still can't see it. Okay. But it is very beautiful aesthetically, but even better than that, the product is excellent. And I do love my Natasha Denona bronzer, and also Anastasia, and what's the other? NARS's Laguna. That's like one of my go-to in the past. I haven't even touched that one, to tell you the truth, after I discovered this. So yeah, that's it. Those are the 7 products that I just hope they never stop making. And that's the Guerlain bronzer in terracotta, my Paula's Choice SPF 50 hydrating fluid, and Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner and whiskey, my By Terry hyaluronic acid concealer, and Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and Medium Ash, my MAC mascara, love this thing, and it's waterproof, and they do have a non-waterproof version of this as well. So if you're interested in checking it out, they do have non-waterproof if you don't use waterproof. And finally, but not the least, Mario, and this is the eyeshadow primer, and I just so love this. Oh, by the way, they do come in different shades, and this is a medium, so they do have a lighter if you are lighter, and this is a medium, people that have medium skin tone, and they also have darker. And so definitely, yeah, that's that. And what do you think? And are you surprised that my favorite products that I don't ever want to go away is this type of products? And the reason why it's this type of products and not eyeshadows or something like that, because there's so many eyeshadow palettes out there that I can always find something to replace it. I mean, I may not, love the brand, but if if it works just as good and it's a shade that I want, it's a texture I want, I can replace it. There's like millions of them out there where it's really hard to find this type of staple products that I'm willing to put my name behind. And so yeah, that's that. And there was a couple of lipsticks that I was thinking about throwing in there, but I said, but you know what? But if they stop making it, there are alternatives. So I wanted to show you things that is going to be extremely difficult for me to replace if they stop manufacturing it. Okay? All right, tell me what you think and tell me your products below that you can't live without, okay? And I'll be happy to read it and see if I might even try it to see, hey, okay, this person thinks this is irreplaceable. Let's see. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if I added any value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed it and you like this type of product, no, this type of content, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell and select all so you know every time I upload a new video. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, I guess I better just go ahead and end this video because I'm just tripping all over my words tonight. But I want you to have a good day, a good night, a good week, or good weekend whenever you're watching this, and it does not matter. But remember, in a beautiful field of roses, be a wildflower and never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.